So the next class is your nested for loop. Okay, nested for loop. Whenever you heard the concept of the nested, okay, or you can say the inner for loops, inner for loop, okay, both are the same concept. Whenever you heard this concept, that is nested for loop or the inner for loops, 90% coder left the coding. Okay, because this is, the people think it's a difficult, but it's not a difficult. It's very useful concept, that you have to take the the help of the nested or the inner for loops, or you can use the inner if, or you can use the inner while as well. Okay, later on we will understand when we will touch the point of the while loop. So this time our concern is the inner for loop or the nested for loop. The meaning of that is, inside for, okay, inside for you are supposed to give one more for loop. Okay, again you can give one more for loop, doesn't matter. Again you can give one more for loop, that doesn't matter. So let's suppose if I give the combination something like this for, after that this for, after inside this for, inside this for. Now observe this scenario carefully. This for loop is part of this for loop is part of this for loop is part of this. Let's suppose I start from here. First I execute this one. So let's suppose it loop is saying me, okay, you are supposed to take 10 steps. Okay, you are supposed to take 10 steps. Now this is my outer for loop, this one is my inner for loop, this one is again inner, but this one now outer. Okay, for this loop the outer loop is this one is the inner loop. For this loop again this one is a the inner loop, and this one is the outer loop. So here the concept is, let's suppose I specify over here, I have to run 10 steps. Okay, 10 steps. So let's suppose 0 to sir, you are late today. Okay, please join, don't worry. So we are learning the concept today, that is the for loop. Okay, nested for loop, for inside for. Now the things become little diplomatic. Okay, don't worry about it, it's little diplomatic concept, but you will get understand easily, don't worry about it. So first I am discussing about what exactly the for loop that we discussed in great detail into the last video. We took the 2 videos for the same. So now in this concept that I am talking about the inner for loop, or you can say the nested for loops. Okay, you can say the nested for loops. The meaning of the nested for loop, the 4 inside 4, 4 inside 4, 4 inside 4. You can take a number of for loops inside for loop, that doesn't the limit. So just I am taking only only these 2 things to make you things much more easier and to clear this concept, because people generally feel difficulty over inside the nested for loop. So don't worry about it. So now I am taking only 2 for loops. 4. Okay, inside this for loop I am specifying one more for loop. So what is the funda behind it? Okay, what is the funda behind it? This is my outer loop. This would be treated as my outer loop, and this loop is treated my inner for loop. So this loop is dependent on this. Okay, this loop is dependent on this. What I am saying, let's suppose I am processing this loop 1 to 4. Okay, just take simple step. That means this loop has to take 4 steps. 1 step, 2 step, 3 step, and 4 steps. Okay, let's suppose this loop is supposed to take 4 steps. 1 step, 2 steps, 3 steps, and 4 steps. Now what I am specifying it, observe carefully. I am saying when the step number 1, okay, when the step number 1, then I have to enter into this for loop. And let's suppose this for loop is saying I am supposed to take 10 steps. Okay, this for loop is saying I am supposed to take 10 steps. Okay, 10 steps. So let's suppose these are the 10 steps, 1 to 10. Okay. So now for this one step, I have to perform these 10 steps. That's mean now this loop is iterate on the 10 times. Okay, for this step of 1. So let's suppose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It will be execute for 10 times. It will execute for 10 times. Now the first iteration is complete for the inner loop. Sorry, for the outer loop. Okay, for the outer loop. Now again it will move to the second part. When the second iteration, again the concept is same, that I have to take again the 10 steps. It will take 10 steps again. Now the iteration is complete. Okay, this inner loop iteration is complete. Now it will move to the third part. Okay, now it will move to the third part. Again it will take 10 steps. Now then 10 steps are completed. Then it will move to the next one and it will take again the 10 steps. Okay, now this one is the funda. Now if I understand this concept layman term, then how I can describe these things. Let's suppose I am standing over here, I have to reach over there. Okay, that is my destination. Okay, that is my destination. Normally if I take these steps, I normally use the for loop. Okay, this one is my outer for loop, which will tell me my starting point is there and I am supposed to reach over there. Okay, I will take step by step. Okay, I will take 1 step, 2 step, 3 step, 4 step, 5 step, 6 step, whatever step that I require. Okay, now what I am saying inside this, now I am saying whenever I take one step, okay, whenever I take one step, I have to perform or I have to take 5 steps on this direction. Okay, when I take 2 steps, again I am saying I am supposed to take 5 steps onto this direction. Okay, into this direction, into this direction. When these 5 steps are completed, then I am supposed to take next step. Again inside next step, I am supposed to take 5 more steps into this direction. Again, when this process is completed, okay, when this process is completed, I am supposed to take 5 more steps into this direction. When this step is completed, then I am supposed to again 5 more steps into this direction. Then again this and this and this. Then finally I will reach over here. Okay, then finally I will reach over there and I will supposed to take 5 more steps. After completion of these 4 steps, then the process is completed. Okay, then the outer loop process is completed. Now the picture is a little more clear. I am standing over here. Okay, on every step I am supposed to take 5 steps. That 5 steps are into this direction. Now these are my outer loop. These are my outer loop steps. Okay, these are my outer loop steps, and these steps are taken care by my inner loop. Okay, these steps are taken care by my inner loop. These steps are taken care by my inner loop. Okay, so whenever the scenario something like this, okay, whenever the scenario something like this, you have to take the help of the inner for loop. Okay, inner for loop, this is defining I am supposed to reach over here. I am supposed to reach from here to here. But whenever I am taking every step, okay, my first step, again I am supposed to do set of tasks. Okay, again I am supposed to do similar set of tasks. Again I am supposed to do similar set of tasks. Again I am supposed to do similar set of tasks. Okay, so I think the picture is clear for this conceptual view for the inner for loop. If anyone having doubt before proceeding further, then please ask me. I think the picture is clear. The basic concept is clear. What exactly the inner for loop, how we can use it, I will show the usage of this right now. If you have any doubt till now, you can ask me. So this is the terminology behind inner for loops. Okay, so now I am taking the practical implementation of this. Now what I am saying is, observe carefully. For I in range of, okay, I in a range of 5. Okay, I specify this loop. The meaning of this loop is I am supposed to take 5 steps. 0, okay, I am writing over here. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, these are the steps of my outer loop. Now what I am saying when first step is there, okay, when first step is there, I have to take 5 more steps. So for taking inner steps, what I will use, I will take the help of inner for loop. For j in range of 5. Very simple. Okay, now I am printing the value of I and j. That's it. Very simple. Very simple. Now what exactly happening? Now I value in the first time I value becomes 0. Okay, I value becomes 0. Now what I have to do? Now I have to execute this loop. Okay, I have to execute this loop. Now this loop will be executed from 0 to 4 as well. Okay, 0 to 4 as well. That means when I is 0, the j is 0, j is 1, j is 2, j is 3, j is 4. Okay, now the task is completed for the inner loop. The task is completed for the inner loop. Inner loop successfully executed. Now again control back to I. Okay, this outer for loop. Again inside outer for loop, I am changing the value of I is equal to 1. Now I value become 1. Again it come back to this loop. Again j loop says I am supposed to process how many times? How many times? How many times? Again 5 times. Perfect. Now inner is completed. Inner is completed. The control is moved back to the outer for loop. I value become 2. Again in this case, again j will be executed for 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. Okay, now again the task is inner loop task is completed, I value become 3. So now this outer step 3, again I am supposed to take, okay, 5 more steps, and these are defined by this for loop, okay. Now again the I value become 4. Now what I am supposed to do, again 5 step that will be taken care by this J loop, okay. These are the steps for J, okay, these are the steps for I. Now this is the concept that how I can implement it, okay, how I can implement it. So if I show you the practically, now the picture would be more clear. Let me show you this thing practically, then we will move further. Okay, now for example, this one is my step for I in range of 5. Perfect. This one is my outer loop. If I simply print I, then what is happening? It will display the output on the screen. RANG, sorry, spelling mistake. RANG, okay, sorry, RANG. Now if I simply use this, it will show me, okay, these are my 5 major steps, these are my outer steps that I have to perform. But what I am saying, on every step that you are supposed to perform this activity, okay, you are supposed to perform this activity, and these are the repetitive tasks. So that's why I use this concept. Okay, now again this one, and I am print the value of I and J. Okay, so now you can check it out. This value again same, this value is for I, this value is for J, this value is I, this value is J, this value I, this value J, this I, this J, and so on. This is the concept that you have to take care. Okay, now in this concept I am making a little twist. Okay, I am making a little twist. Now what twist I am making? I want my inner loop. This one is my inner loop. Okay, this one is my inner loop. My inner loop should be controlled by my outer loop. Now what is the meaning of this? Okay, if let's suppose if I value 0, okay, if I value 0, I want J value is also should be 0. Okay, J value should also will be 0. That's mean the J will be execute 0 of the time. If I value 1, then the J value should be 1. Okay, that's mean it should be run for only 1. So that's mean it will be work for 0 only, because always counting start from 0. If the 1, the loop will be execute for 0. Okay, if the 0, then the loop will not execute. Okay, 0 means 0 step, 1 means 0 step. Okay, 0 means 0 step, 1 means 0 step. Okay, 2 mean 0 and 1, 3 mean 0, 1, 2. Okay, 4 mean 0, 1, 2, 3. So always this type. Okay, I'll show you. So I am saying it, that is my problem statement, that I want, okay, that I want my inner loop should be controlled by my outer loop. That's mean when the I value becomes 0, here it should be the 0, here it should be the 0. Okay, when I value is 1, okay, when I value is 1, here it should be 1. Here I value is 2, okay, when the I value is 2, that's mean it will take 2 steps for 0 and 1. When I value become 3, it will take, the 3 steps, 0, 1 and 2. When I value become 4, it will take, 0, 1, 2, 3. That's mean what is the meaning of this? My inner loop is controlled by my outer loop. Whenever the value of I becomes 0, here becomes 0. Whenever the I value become 1, here become 1. Whenever the I value 2, here become 2, something like this. Okay, let me show you. For example, for I in range of 5. So what is the meaning of this? It's mean it will take 5 steps, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I am controlling my inner loop, that is totally depend on the value of the outer loop. Okay, for the same what I will do for J in range of I. Okay, J in range of I, print of Ij. Okay, print of Ij. Now observe this, understand this scenario. Now in the first iteration, I value becomes 0. Okay, I value becomes 0. That means cursor is pointing over here. Now I value become here 0. Now the J iteration will happen or not? No, it will not happen. Why not happen? Let me show you. If I use this, okay, if I use this, for example. So let me clean it. Okay, let's suppose if I do it for j in range of 0, okay, j in range of 0, and I am printing of this j. Okay, now printing of this, let me clear it, this is 0. Okay, so printing of j. Now what will happen? It will not happen, anything will not happen. I am saying 0 step. What is the mean of 0 step? If you want to do the only one iteration, at least one iteration, then you are supposed to pass over here 1. Okay, when it's 1, it becomes 0. Okay, when it become 2, okay, when it become 2, then it is 0 and 1. When it become 3, okay, when it become 3, it will become 0 1 2. Now I think you are getting the picture more clearly. When it become 4, okay, when it become 4, the output would be 0 1 2 and 3. Okay, the same thing I am implementing over here. So when I value 0, it won't be execute. Okay, the j would not be execute because I controlled it. Because here the value becomes 0. 0 means nothing, no iteration. Okay, so when I value become 1, what would be the j value? The j value become 0. That's it. Loop is finished only one time. When I value become 2, okay, what would be the j value? 0 0 and 1. When I value become 3, okay, what would the output for j? 0 1 2. That's it. Okay, whenever I value become 4, what would the output for this? 0 1 2 and 3. This is something like this. Okay, this one is something like this. Okay, this one is a funda. That means my inner loop is controlled by my outer loop. Whatever the value of my outer loop, that should be the value, the range for my inner loop. So this is the concept. Okay, so let's suppose my client says when the I value is 0, the value should be over here 0. When the I value is 1, then it should be run for 0 and 1. Okay, when I value 2, it should be run for 0 1 2. When I value 3, it should be run for 0 1 2 3. Okay, when I value become 4, it should be run for 0 1 2 3 4. Okay, now my client wants this. Then how I can handle this situation? Very simple. What I will do, I will add plus 1 over here. That's it. Now the I value 0 plus 1. Now how it become only for 0, I 0 j 0. Okay, again I value become 1, so it become 1 plus 1 2. So here what would be happen? 0 and 1. Okay, I value become 2, it would be 1 add 3, so it will be execute for 0 1 and 2. So I will show you it and then I will take your questions. So this is the problem into the shell. You cannot clean the previous values. So for example, for I in range of 5, very simple. Okay, range of 5. For j in range of I. Okay, now you can observe the output. What output I am getting? Print of I comma j. Perfect. Okay, now I comma j. Now you can check. When I value become 1, okay, when I value become 1, the j value is 0. When I value become 2, the j value is 0 and 1. When I value become 3, j value is 0 1 and 2. When I value become 4, 0 1 2 3. Okay, now my client I need a value on 0 0 coordinate. Okay, coordinates. I want a value on 0 0 coordinates as well. So what I will do? 0 plus 1. Choice is again your on which context that you want to move. You can move to this one. Okay, you can move to this scenario. So here now you can check 0 0 1 0 1 1 2 0 2 1 2 2 3 0 3 1 3 2 3 3 4 0 4 1 4 2 4 3 4 4. So now this one is the output, that is the appear on this. Choice is again your. Okay, output in the both of the cases the concept is same, but this is the concept. Just I want to value on 0 0 as well, because some of the requirement that you want to value on 0 0 coordinates. Okay, so I will come back to this point, but exactly why I am specifying the term coordinates. So anyone having any question till now, please ask me before proceed further. Okay, good. So that's great. Yeah, please.
Only one thing is there, sir, that the outer loop, when the value is 0, it's
Uh-huh.
and then the j value becomes a 0, which is the actual value of I.
Uh-huh.
But one part, that's the part I got all the part, but I can't get my head around that why it's running on the outer side when the value of I is 0 and the outer.
No, it's not running. It's not running when the value is 0. Okay, for I in range of, okay, range of 0. I'm specifying it. Even it's a, even it's a
Okay, got it. Yeah, it's not going to the next
yes,
level at all.
yes. It won't be executed. It won't be executed.
Yeah.
It didn't. Okay, minimum value should be 1 over here. Then it's execute. Okay. Okay, that's great. So anyone having any question? Anyone having no question? So I cleared in great detail. Good. Okay, so I'm minimizing it. So the next is, okay, no, this nothing is there. It should be okay. Okay, understand this. Now this is the, the star pattern. 90% engineer watched it. Okay, whenever you are into your college day or school days, this question is mandatory. Okay ji. So why, first of all, why we always solve this kind of problems? That is the most important. Okay, because inside production, whenever you sit into the real time scenario, no one gonna to ask print this star pattern. Nobody gonna to ask you. Your client requirement never be something like this. Then why your teacher and why everyone wants students should learn these kind of problems? First we understand this, then I will come back to this point. So the question is, whenever you are into the production, you will get a data. You have to play with data. Okay, the data can be come from any number of sources. It doesn't matter. Okay, so let's suppose you are getting the data into the form of the list. Okay, into the form of the list, or it can be inner list. Okay, it can be inner list. Now, if my client requirement is, okay, I need a data into the rows and column into the proper format. Data, you are getting the data into this format. Your software is generating a data into this format. But now your client wants that you are supposed to perform whenever you are going to represent this data. That data should be into the rows and columns. Okay, that data should be into the rows and columns. So for representing this data into the rows and columns, okay, now you can check it out. This is the exactly 90% this concept is there, whatever we learned just before of this. Okay, so now your client wants the data into this format. For example, 10, 20, 30, 20, 30, 40, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90 and 100. So this logic, okay, this logic is helpful at that time. This logic is helpful at that time. So this entire logic, whatever we will learn to represent stars into this format, the entire logic will be work over here to represent this data into this format. Okay, so that is our, the concern why we are learning this type of questions. So I think you get the answer why people are, the 90% trainers focus on this problem statement only for the reason of this, because in the real time scenario you will not gonna to ask for this kind of problem statement. The real kind of problem statement is this one, that you are supposed to represent into this format. Then your logic implements 90%, this logic would be implement over there. But that time you will fetch the data from files, or might be you can fetch the data from the any of the database. Okay, any of the data, it can be MySQL or it can be PostSQL and whatever. So now understand this problem statement. So this problem statement is basically we have to represent data into this format, that is in the form of these, in the form of these stars, So here observe carefully. After watching this, whenever the problem is something like this, okay, any of the problem, because these type of problem is asked in number of interviews, okay, so whenever the problem is this, always first funda is that you are supposed to convert them into the rows and columns. This one is the first funda, okay, this one is the first funda. Whenever you are supposed to solve this problem, you have to convert it into the rows and columns, okay. So after converting into the rows and column, you have to mark over here, okay, you have to mark over here this concept, okay, this concept. Now the same thing I did over here. Now this one is the 0 0 coordinate, okay, this one is the 0 0 coordinate. So on first element, these are the rows, okay, these are my rows and these are my columns, okay, these are my columns. So first star is representing on the coordinate, that is the 0 0. Another star is representing on the coordinate, okay, coordinate 0 and 1. Another star is representing on the coordinate 0 1 and 2. Another star is representing on the coordinate 0 1 2 3. Another star is representing on the coordinate 0 1 2 3 and 4. Now you can observe this scenario carefully. This is my outer loop, this is my outer loop, and this is my inner loop. And if I think carefully, if I observe carefully, then what is happening over here? My inner loop is, okay, my inner loop is controlled by my outer loop. How many steps that I am taking for the outer loop, that exactly number of steps I am taking for the inner loop. How many steps I am taking for the outer loop, and much steps I am taking for the inner loop. When it's 1, that's mean it is running for 0 and 1. Okay, when it's 2, it's running for 0 1 and 2. When it's 3, it's running for 0 1 2 and 3. When it's 4, it's running for 0 1 2 3 4. Okay, so when the outer is 0, it's running for 0 0. This can be happen. Okay, now I think you get the answer. How we can represent this thing? How we can represent this thing? We just cover this thing right now. We just cover this thing. So 90% this logic will be work over here. 90% this logic will be work over here. As you see over here, I find out the coordinates. If you observe carefully, 0 0 0 0, I find it out. 1 0, yes, I got it. 1 1, yes, I got it. 2 0 2 0 2 1 2 2, I got it. Okay, 3 0 3 1 3 3, I got it. But the question is, this is into the vertical direction, okay, into the vertical direction, but I need the data into the horizontal way. So on this concept, if I convert this thing, so in which format that I need data, okay, in which context I need data? I need this 0 0, okay, I need 0 1, okay, I need this 0 1, okay, and then you need 1 1, okay, so 2 0, okay, 2 1 2 2, 3 0 3 1 3 3, 4 0 4 1, okay, 4 2 4 3, okay, something like this, and 4 4, okay, something like this. So I need data into this formation, okay, this formation. Now understand, observe this scenario, because when, okay, let me show you first, then I will come back to this. Then the picture would be more clear. Okay, now rather than to display the value of I and j, what I have to do, I have to print the asterisk sign. Okay, I have to print this asterisk sign. Now output is generated, my output is generated, but what is happening? The output is coming into this direction, okay, into the vertical direction, but I need output into the horizontal way. So how I can handle this scenario? Observe carefully. Now first learn this, then I will show you this practically. So anyone can give me the idea how we can tackle this situation? Okay, I am writing a code over here for I in range of 5, okay, for j in range of I plus 1, okay, print of stars. That's it. Okay, print of star. Now I am getting output. How many stars are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, the 15 stars are there. And how many stars I achieve? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. The 15 stars has been generated. Okay, now the question is, sir, these stars are not into this pattern. Okay, these stars are the whatever star that we generate, these are not into this pattern, which pattern I am looking for. Okay, so if I understand this concept, what is happening? What is happening when this is my outer loop, this one is my inner loop. Okay, when inner loop is completed, then the control is transferring to the next line. When inner loop is completed, then the pointer is moving out to the next line. When the inner loop is completed, then the pointer is moving out to the next line. When the inner loop is completed, then the pointer is moving out into the next line. Until your program is your program is running inner loop, at that time, after printing this star, okay, at that time, after printing this star, the control should be into the same line. Okay, the control should be into the same line. If let's suppose the for loop running for 3 times, that time the control should not move to the next line. Okay, I am restricting it. Okay, I am restricting it. Yes, there is a way you can restrict it. I will show you the way, just have patience. Okay, I am restricting the way that I want when the inner loop is executed, at that time the control should be remain into the same line. That should not be travel into the next line, because what is happening over here, by default, whenever I execute print statement, okay, by default, whenever I execute print statement, automatically this /n is executed. Okay, automatically this /n is executed. But I don't want, whenever execute this print statement, I don't want this /n will be executed. I can restrict it. Yes, I can restrict it. For restricting this thing inside Python, okay, though for restricting thing inside this Python, we have explicitly passed a parameter. That parameter is called end. Okay, that parameter is called end. That means we have to take the help of this end keyword variable. Okay, this is the keyword variable. Later we will understand what type of the variables are there when we will move to the function concept. Okay, so this keyword variable that we have to change, by default this keyword variable assigned by Python like this. Okay, but I want to restrict it. I don't want /n mean the next line. I don't want this /n. So I am supposed to change it. Okay, now show how I can change it. Now show how I can change it. Okay, so what I want. Okay, what I want. So this, this statement would be more clear over here. So let me make over here. Okay, so I write print ram. Okay, in the next line I am printing sham. Okay, now what is happen? If I run it, save as test.py. okay, now I am running it. Py space test.py. Now what is happening? After printing the RAM, the next content is printing on the next line. By default, automatically /n is happened. I didn't pass anything, but by default the /n is happening after completion of this line. Okay, after completion of this line. But I want to stop it. I don't want to implement /n. Okay, so what I want space. Okay, Now what is happening? After printing this line, the previous case the /n is implemented, but this time the space would be implemented, not /n. Okay, now I'll show you. You will get the more clarity. Now you can check it out. Now the control is, after printing this RAM, the control is still moving over here. He print space. Okay, he print space, and then he print sham. Okay, for the same thing one more time. Now this time I don't want to print space. I want to print this. Okay, I want to print this @ sign. So don't worry. Now the @ sign. Okay, I don't want print. Okay, I don't want to print @ I want to print this much amount of space. Okay, this much amount of space. Okay, now you are getting this much amount of space. I don't want spaces, I want nothing, I don't want anything, even a space or even anything. So it will be tightly coupled with RAM. Okay, so this is the concept. But again when I print this Mohan, okay, when I print this Mohan, now the Mohan will be printed into the next line. But again you want it into with this line, so here again you have to pass and is equal to, let's suppose, hash. Okay, so I think this picture is clear to you guys. So same thing I am gonna to implement over here. Okay, same thing I am gonna to implement over here. I am explicitly stopping, okay, I am explicitly stopping this slash n. Okay, so for here what I will do, I will print and is equal to this one. Okay, now what will happen? Again you will not get an output into the appropriate format. Now all star will be printed because this is the loop for the printed, and I restrict it. You are supposed to print each and everything into a one line. Now you will get the output into the horizontal way, in this way. Okay, in this way. Let me show you. So I execute the same code. Okay, but this time I am marking over here and is equal to this one. Okay, now you are getting the output into the one line. Now listen carefully and observe carefully what is happening. After printing of this star, okay, after printing of star, the control should be moved into this. After printing of star, the control should be moved to this. After printing of star, the control should be moved to this. Okay, so what is the meaning of this? Whenever this loop is terminated, okay, whenever this loop is finished, after that I have to move the control to the next line. Whenever the stars are completed, that means this is the task of the inner loop. Whenever this inner loop is completed, I have to move the control to the next line. When these stars are completed, I have to control the loop to the next line. For the same, what you will do after completion of this for loop, okay, this for loop, then I want the control should be travel to the next line. For traveling the control to the next line, what you have to do? You have to print here empty print function. Okay, empty print function. So empty print function will do whenever this task will be completed. Okay, now after that the empty print will be executed. Empty print mean automatically the slash n will be happen. This loop is finished, the control move to the next line. The loop is finished, the control will be moved to the next line. The loop is finished, the control will be moved into the next line. So let me show you this thing. Okay, So for the same, now after printing of the inner loop, I am moving the control to the next line with the help of this print. Now the appropriate requirement, whatever that you want to print, is exactly the same manner printed on the screen. So this is the concept of the inner loops and how I can tackle, okay, with the help of these ij. Okay, ij you can take any name, don't bother about it, I, or don't bother about it. You can take rows over here, you can take columns over here, don't worry about it. So I think the picture is clear to everyone. If you have any doubt, please let me know before giving you the assignments, because my all assignment would be based on this. So if you have any doubt, any question you want to ask on this, you can ask me. Good. So no question from your side? That's great. That's mean everyone understand the concept.
The variable with the n.
The variable mean that you want to
If there is a value stored inside any variable, can we apply the variable?
Yes. No, don't worry. You want to print I, don't worry about it. You can check it out.
No, I mean with the n. Like,
And with the no. Inside end you are supposed to take the string only, otherwise it will give you the error message. But yes, if you want to especially print the any value, okay, you can pass this 4. Now everything would be printed in the form of the 4 4s. Okay, now you can check it out. Whenever the space is there, the 4 will be printed. Okay, it will always take the parameter of the string. Okay, string can be, okay, if you want to pass it, now you go to your answer, x is equal to this one. okay, but this should be the string format, this should be the string format. Then you can pass, okay, then you can pass X over here. That is acceptable, that is acceptable, that is acceptable, because X is a string. It always take the parameter that should be into the string family. Okay,
So why don't we keep the, can we not just keep the star inside the X?
you can print it, you can do it, but the thing is that okay, you want to this, so you want to this here, what you will print, you are not printing anything, okay, you are not printing anything, but you are restricting with the star. Now you can check it out, now you can check it out, again you are getting the same thing, because this thing is happening on the same time, but this is not an appropriate way, this is not a right way, that it's giving you the output, but this is not a right way, because end is meant for, end is meant for if you want to change slash n to something else, some special character or any another character, at that time you have to follow this procedure. Otherwise this is not an appropriate way. You can, output is generated, but this is not a way, that exact way in which way that you should have to use. Okay, so anyone having any question? Okay, so time for the assignment. I am giving you some assignments. Okay, these are the assignment that you have to follow. Okay, these are the assignment that you have to follow. First, try to cover all these. Okay, try to cover all these, and after that, what you have to do? There is one more assignment. After completion of all these assignment, you have to where is that? This one. Okay, you are supposed to make this triangle. This is called Pascal triangle, and this question is asked n number of interviews. Okay, this question is asked into the n number of interview, that is the Pascal triangle. Okay, here this triangle can be handled with two ways. The one way is the logical way, okay, and the second one is a pure mathematical way. First, what you have to do? You have to cover all these assignments, okay, all these patterns, okay, and after covering all these patterns, if you cover all these patterns, then you are supposed to follow this assignment, okay, this assignment, whatever assignment that I show you, this one assignment, okay, that is called Pascal triangle. Okay, so let me show you one more thing. In my, the another channel, in this channel I am explaining you, in my, the US data technology channel, go to this playlist, okay, go to this playlist, Python for beginners, okay, and inside this playlist, if you have any doubts regarding this assignment, follow the video number 20. I explained in great detail what exactly that you are supposed to do. Okay, if you feel difficulty to understand the concept of the, understand the concept of the assignment, that what exactly that you have to do, so you have to follow the video number 20 to get the clarity about these assignments. If you done all these assignments, okay, if you done all these assignments, then there is my video number 22, okay, the video number 22 and 23, that is basically for this Pascal triangle. I explained this into the great detail. You don't go anywhere, okay, so I explain this thing into the great way. I solve this problem with the logically way. This part 1 is containing the logically way, the part 2 contain the pure mathematics behind it, the combination or the coefficients. I explained each and everything. You have to follow these two videos after that. Okay, so here you will get the solution in let me show you, in Python as well, okay, in C++ as well. Okay, if you want to get the solution into the C++, the same solution that you will get into the C++. Okay, I think, okay, so this one is the solution that is inside C++. So same thing can be achieved. Now you can check it out. This solution is done with the C++. The same thing can be achieved, okay, even the Python as well. The same thing can be achieved with the second way, that is the pure mathematical, okay, and I explain the mathematics behind it. Let me show you. Okay, this one is the mathematics behind it. I explained each and everything in great detail. You don't need to go the complete formula, the 5 combination of this, then the coefficient of this, 5 combination of 1, the coefficient of this and this, because this assignment is asked n number of time into the different interviews. So this is your assignment, okay. First you have to attempt all these things. After, whenever you feel comfortable, okay, I done all these things, then you are supposed to go to my video number 23 and 24 in the US Data Technologies channel. And if you have any doubt regarding this assignment, then follow my video number 20. Okay, the picture would be more clear. So any question, any doubt that you want to ask before closing this session, please ask me. So anyone having any question, please ask me. I think the picture is clear for everyone. If you play with these, if you done all these assignments, okay, if you done all these assignments, that's mean your 4 and nested 4 is cleared out. No need to practice more. These are the total 8 assignments, okay, and apart from that, I will show you some more assignment when we will cover all this. Okay, don't worry about it. Try your best. If you did it, very good. If you don't did it, again, very good. I will teach you how we can achieve this. Okay, so any question? Should I close this session?